Emotions are a central part of human experience. Every day, we react emotionally to situations around us: excitement when meeting friends, anxiety before a presentation, or frustration when things do not go as planned. Interestingly, even when people face the same situation, their emotional reactions can be completely different. Some stay calm, while others become overwhelmed. Some feel motivated, while others feel discouraged. A major reason for these differences lies in our personality. Personality shapes how we perceive the world, how we interpret events, and ultimately how we experience emotions. In this video, we will explore the connection between personality and emotions, and how understanding this relationship can help us better manage our emotional well-being. In psychology, one of the most widely used frameworks for understanding personality is the Big Five personality traits, also known as the five-factor model. This model suggests that human personality consists of five broad dimensions: openness to experience, creativity, curiosity, imagination, and willingness to try new things, conscientiousness, discipline, organization, responsibility, and self-control, extroversion, sociability, assertiveness, energy, and tendency to seek stimulation, agreeableness, friendliness, empathy, cooperativeness, and concern for others, neuroticism, emotional sensitivity, tendency toward anxiety, mood swings, and stress. Each person falls somewhere on a spectrum for each trait. These traits do not label people as good or bad, they simply describe consistent patterns in how we think, feel, and act. Importantly, these personality traits strongly influence our emotional tendencies. Extroversion and positive emotions. Individuals high in extroversion tend to experience more frequent and intense positive emotions. Their brains respond strongly to rewarding and stimulating environments, which makes them more likely to feel enthusiasm, excitement, and joy. Social interaction often boosts their mood, and they may feel energized by new experiences and group activities. Neuroticism and negative emotions. People high in neuroticism are more sensitive to stress and more prone to experiencing negative emotions. They may react strongly to challenges or uncertainties and can feel anxious, worried, or overwhelmed more easily. This does not mean they are weak, it simply means their emotional system is more reactive to potential threats or pressures. Those with high conscientiousness set high standards for themselves. They thrive on structure and goals, but they also feel pressure to meet expectations. When they succeed, their emotions may be strongly positive. However, when plans fail or tasks do not go as expected, they may experience frustration, guilt, or self-criticism. Their emotions are closely tied to performance and responsibility. Those with high conscientiousness set high standards for themselves. They thrive on structure and goals, but they also feel pressure to meet expectations. When they succeed, their emotions may be strongly positive. However, when plans fail or tasks do not go as expected, they may experience frustration, guilt, or self-criticism. Their emotions are closely tied to performance and responsibility. Highly agreeable individuals value harmony and positive relationships. Their emotions are deeply influenced by social interactions. Because they care about others' feelings, they tend to be patient, compassionate, and emotionally warm. However, they may suppress negative emotions to avoid conflict, which can sometimes lead to internal stress or tension. Individuals high in openness often experience emotions in a more imaginative and expressive way. They may feel inspired by new ideas or artistic experiences, but may also feel bored or frustrated in rigid or repetitive environments. Their emotional world tends to be rich, flexible, and deeply connected to creativity and curiosity. Personality influences emotion largely because it shapes how we interpret events. Two people can experience the same situation but evaluate it completely differently. An extrovert may view a social event as exciting, while an introvert may see it as draining. A highly conscientious person may interpret a small mistake as a failure, while someone else may not worry about it. A person high in neuroticism may perceive uncertainty as threatening, creating anxiety. In short, personality serves as the filter through which we process the world. Emotions arise as responses to those interpretations. Understanding your personality gives you insight into your emotional patterns. With this awareness, you can adopt strategies that match your natural tendencies. For individuals high in neuroticism, practice deep breathing or grounding techniques. Use journaling to release worries. Engage in regular physical activity to regulate stress. For highly extroverted individuals, maintain social connections to support emotional well-being. Seek out uplifting environments to maintain positive mood. Engage in group activities when feeling low. For highly conscientious individuals, set realistic goals and avoid excessive perfectionism. Recognize that mistakes are part of learning. Use planning tools to reduce uncertainty and stress. For highly agreeable individuals, practice expressing your own needs and boundaries. Avoid suppressing negative emotions for too long. Build confidence in handling interpersonal conflict. For highly open individuals, maintain creative outlets such as writing, art, or music. Balance imagination with practical routines. Explore new ideas while keeping emotional stability in mind. Personality does not fully determine who we are, but it shapes the lens through which we experience emotions. By understanding our personality traits, we can recognize emotional patterns, respond more wisely to challenges, and choose strategies that truly match our inner nature. Ultimately, emotional well-being begins with self-awareness. When we understand who we are, we gain the power to manage our emotions more effectively and live a more balanced, fulfilling life.